drink, but I don't have one yet. But let's get into this messiness. So today I have my awesome people with me as well. And also, I can't wait to introduce you guys to my new co-hosts, Buba and Laurencia, because it's about to be fun, okay? So I'm going to let people introduce themselves. And guys, it's over to you. Who going to introduce themselves first?
Well, what it do? It's your girl Laurencia, Queen Sheba. You know what I'm saying? I'm big in this thing. Stop playing with me.
Oh, gosh.
Well, it's me, Bryan, with Talk Back. Bryan, Bryan. This is my first time being on
Go ahead.
Kabute's Saturday Shade. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what this is about to be.
Cool.
Should I go next? Well, I'm Buba, and I am a blogger and a pharmacist and a wellness writer. And I have a podcast coming up. It's called Good Chai, and I'm here to join Kabute to hang out in Saturday Shade.
I know, right? Oh, we need a drink.
Ciao.
I am Dewayne, also known as the Good Fella, 23. I am a poet. I also write poetry books, and I'm here on Saturday Shade to see what's going down.
Well, let's get into this because, because of quarantine, we can't really do extra when it comes to recording. So, listeners, whatever you get is what you're going to get, okay? So, if you got something to say, keep it to yourself. I don't want to hear none, okay? But if you do, I will respond. That is not a problem at all, okay? So, let's get into today's topic, okay? Today's topic, we're talking about male vulnerability, okay? So, let's see how... I'm trying to find a nice word to say this, but I can't, so... I don't know who wants to go first because I'm trying to think of a nice way to say it, but I can't find it.
What is male vulnerability?
Period.
I mean,
It means
about that too.
with your feelings and emotions and expressing yourself and all the stuff that most stereotypes of men not doing in a relationship, pretty much.
Exactly, because of course when you start as growing up, men is told to not to cry, don't show no emotions or anything, and when they get into a relationship, they don't know how to do shit, and that's the problem for me. It's like women now have created themselves to be hardcore because the man is hardcore. It's like, let your guard down. I won't hurt your heart. Shit.
But I think at the same time, the reason why that is for some men in relationships is because of the simple fact that men grew up being shown that you need to sugarcoat this, you need to hide your emotions because your woman's emotions comes first. Like, you're the man in the relationship, so yours shouldn't even matter to a certain extent. And
I mean, that's true. I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Right? But I feel like male vulnerability is really when a man can be in tune with himself and be happy. Like, he needs to have
being
happiness
emotionally
with himself.
intelligent.
Yes.
That's what it's about, showing your emotions. I think there's nothing wrong with a man showing his emotions. Now, I don't want a man that's like too emotionally, like too emotional that he's crying, a drop of a hat. But a man being emotionally available is attractive. It's like, it shows me that you're going to care about me on a deeper level. It shows me that you're going to be considerate of my feelings as well. There's nothing wrong with you showing emotions.
That's true, but I mean, I think for the example, so the world we're living, right?
Yes.
If you're a guy and you show emotions, right, they feel like you're weak. I'm like, why does emotion have to relate to being weak?
How?
Like, those two don't go together.
That's not even true, because every time some celebrity or male celebrity blow up the spot, with, for example, with Rihanna, with Chris Brown, and he came on the goddamn BET Awards and cried and shit, he was applauded. Show your motherfucking emotions.
So first,
but
I don't think it. Well, one, to go to the beginning, it's not always that somebody's telling you. It's more so by actions. Like, a lot of people grow up and it's just the absence of that.
Yes.
That adds on to, okay, well, if I haven't seen it or was shown it or was told about it, then it's absent.
How do I even know?
And so therefore, when you get into relationships, like most dudes, it's trial and error. Okay, do this, don't do this, show this much emotion, don't show that much emotion. Because a lot of times in the beginning, especially, most dudes are not hardcore. You do cry when a chick break up with you, with your partner.
That's true.
But you're not going to cry for the chick, because guess what? Most time in high school and middle school, what they do? Oh, man, this dude was crying. I had him balling out.
He was weak.
You know what I'm saying?
Going to tell the whole school about it.
Yeah, so it's not just
not the whole school.
Yeah, so it's not just men reinforcing not showing emotion. It's women showing
How they
that
embrace
men,
it.
how they're embracing it or not embracing it, or talking about it. So therefore, now you resent showing emotion. So that's where the whole monster come out at, and now he's trying to like change his lifestyle of changing from being a monster, trying to find himself in the middle ground of knowing when and how and where to express himself. So that's like a journey that we take, and it's a long journey because you don't get in the beginning, you figure it out in the middle, and close to the end people expect you to know this and you don't. You're still working it out yourself. So it's a interesting journey for most people, not everybody.
Dewayne, I have a question though. Do you have a book on that? Because it sounds like you have a lot of experience.
I write various topics and genres. I have a lot of more so love poems. So yeah, I can relate. I just didn't want to put myself in it to make it more general. But if I have to, I mean, I can throw out some personals.
Yeah, because I think I will. Because a few friends of mine don't think I have emotions at all. They feel like I'm just empty. I'm like, that is so rude.
And it's like how Dewayne just said about women not embracing it, but it's like, how do you expect us to when you don't show us that side? And then again, it's like, we're not their ex, we're not that past relationship. I'm me, and it's like, I would never be able to know. Like we just talked on the phone earlier, Dewayne. I would never know how the pace should go because you're not telling me what I'm about to what's about to happen, or
what's
what you've
about
been
to
through. If
occur.
you tell me, hey, this happened to me, da 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 da, I will understand your pace. I will understand your emotions. How can I understand you if you're not telling me anything?
So,
But
That's
I
true.
think the thing that stops that is because a man could get to that point where, like, yo, I need to tell her I want to talk about certain things. However, it's like you said, nobody has ever been through this. Nobody is
Yeah.
showing young men how to go through this before
You think
getting
they're
into a
showing us?
relationship.
You think they're
Oh,
showing us how to deal with a
but
man
y'all are
that is
more I
that's
feel like y'all are
abusive?
more
How
aggressive about it, though.
they don't? We're learning as you learn, and that's the part about a relationship. You're supposed to grow together. We're supposed to be one in one, grow together, learn from each other. My mama didn't teach me how to. She told me how to work my hips, but mama didn't teach me how to deal with
See,
certain
but no,
situations.
but this is the thing. This is the thing, Laurencia. Your mama taught you. My mama taught me. Where's the father?
No, I'm not.
That's
No,
the
I'm saying as far. Well, that's true. Some people
as
have their
things to
fathers. Some people have
yeah
their fathers. Some people don't. And it's like we can go back to that. Like that's why the important question for me dating is who raised you? How was your raising?
yeah.
So I
ooh,
can know these things. Like Dewayne,
Oh
Dewayne had his
Lord.
father in his life and his mother. He's able to get both sides. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
For
Ooh.
me,
Hmm.
So,
I grew up with my mother. Yes, I had a father in my life, but I didn't get to talk to him about relationship stuff. So I'm learning with you too,
Uh,
my brother.
so,
So
as we
bear with
going
me.
through, true.
Buba,
Yeah.
come and save us.
No, I'm just listening to Laurencia, she's dropping gems.
Yes.
so,
Like, stop playing with me.
so even,
Okay, calm
even
down. You need a drink.
Yes, two,
But I feel
so,
two.
like, honestly speaking, like looking back, I just turned 30, and looking back at my 20s, and I'm like,
Woo woo. And I'm 19, y'all.
Shut up,
you know,
Dewayne.
I could have worried less about a man, and
Period.
expecting them to be vulnerable, because you get to realize that in our generations, boys in their 20s are a hot mess. They really are.
And so are
Like,
girls.
just do you, boo.
Uh-uh.
Just, I mean, if you want to get into a casual something, but if you're gonna expect a guy to be like very vulnerable and all those things in his 20s, these boys are full of shit.
I don't see. I feel like
whoa,
there are some guys like my therapist say, Laurencia, say it with me. Some guys, I be like some
Some.
guys, because there are
Sometimes.
some guys that are very emotional. I'm not gonna lie. For my personal experience, my first boyfriend was so emotionally attacked. He used to send me Ariana Grande songs, Drake songs. He was very emotional, and I
Oh.
never denied his emotions because one day he's gonna stop showing me emotions. I keep tearing him down.
yeah,
So
Mm-hmm.
I'm always
Mm,
embracing emotions. And another female would have just been like, you too fucking soft. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I've had
Yeah.
the next guy, he was hard fucking core. And I told his ass, you keep fucking up and I'm gonna break up with your ass. That man
Oh.
started crying. And I said, oh Lord. In my head, I want to say what the fuck you crying for, but I couldn't show him that
that
assertive
other
side because
side.
I would have never got those
Uh,
emotions again. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so,
to
I'm
come
good with a
out.
vulnerable man,
but
but I want you to be masculine too.
But even with that being said, and it's going back to the whole parent thing, I got both of them, but even with my mom saying that she didn't show no love.
She
Like
didn't.
she only knew that. And so my dad, obviously being the stereotypical guy born in the 60s, he definitely wasn't. He just did what he was supposed to do. Raise your
As a
kids,
man.
provide.
Yeah.
And so it was
Provide.
more so of the people around you. And that's why I say this sometimes, that nobody can ever say throughout their whole life that nobody was there to give them some advice, because it wasn't my dad. It was an uncle. It was a teacher. It was somebody else, a friend that showed me, or I learned it myself also, that, okay, cool, I need to show this much. Because I can say with most young dudes breaking up, you listen, you find your favorite love, your sad songs, you listen to them by yourself, you tell your partner, you don't cry, but you complain, and you get upset about it. And then I cried maybe only 2 girlfriends in my life I cried in front of, and I kind of sucked that shit right back up, because I don't. It's like you don't want to feel that or think that they're going to use it against you. Now that's a
But
bad
women feel the
thought.
same way too, cousin.
Say again.
Women feel the same way too.
Right, but the
I don't want to
stereotype
show
that
my emotions
society.
too much. And he said, "Oh, she was crying, she was doing this." Like, you know what I'm saying?
She
But
too
it's like,
invested already.
huh?
But the
Like,
stereotype of men and women, that's where you get that from. And so that's
Yeah.
where most of us have to have that
That's true.
communication that you talk about too, is that as long as you communicate, you can kind of gauge that person and where y'all going and what happens when they do certain things, whether the man cries or the woman cries, and how to go about the situation. So like you always say too, is that the communication is the first part. Once you get that part down, everything else you can kind of gauge in
Exactly.
between.
Come on now,
That's true.
cousin.
Okay. See, all
that's
my life,
cool.
right, I've only cried once about a relationship, okay?
What shit?
Only once. Let me tell y'all something. I was so much in love with this person, right? Listen. And that person just said, fuck me. I mean, you know what? It was just so bad that I literally had to cry. Literally, like, it was my Christmas or 2009. My Christmas was like messed up because I could not enjoy Christmas, okay? And the only person who saw me cry was my best friend over somebody who was just being a hoe anyway. So it is what it is.
It be like that.
See, once
I
I
regret I
cry to
actually
my
cried.
mama, it's a wrap. Like, I've been in situations where I, sit in my car, cry or whatever, because my first ex, oh fuck him, I ain't cry for shit. Get the fuck on, you know what I'm saying? The second,
Wait, is it the one I know?
I called Bryan, and he was like,
Oh,
Sheba, like I was crying. But once
yeah.
I
Wait,
cry to
Laurencia,
my
is it the one
mama,
I know?
Bryan, no.
Yeah.
Wait, is it the one who your mama used to like him still even after y'all
No.
broke up?
Did I say the first ex? I didn't give a fuck about that man. I ain't cried. But the second, which was the truck driver,
Yeah, I was just about to say.
when
Y'all about to go on a road trip and stuff?
we used to go
Road
we used to
trip.
go to Oklahoma, Mexico, all that shit, San Antonio. But once we broke up, I was like really like it was a depressing time for me. But I
I'm
had
trying
so
to
much
think you crying.
success.
I'm trying to picture you crying over a man. I can't
It was
see
not
that.
over a man. It's over the
It was
situation.
over that time period. Yeah,
That
what
Oh,
time,
you
it
what
was
it
just so
all
much going on.
brought.
My mama was just got the hospital. I broke up with him. I'm about to graduate. I'm looking for a job. It was
Yeah.
so emotions going
It
on
was
at that
all
time.
plus the
Yes,
season of
yes.
just seasons. With
And knew
like
that my breakthrough
Thanksgiving,
was around the
Christmas,
corner.
all that.
Stop playing.
You know what?
Yeah.
I think I've actually had I mean, it wasn't a breakup anyway. Let me just clarify that. But I think I've actually gone through like a season like that during like Thanksgiving till Christmas. I'm like, what
That's
the
a bad
hell?
Mm-hmm.
time of the year.
What?
Yes, really
Everybody
bad.
motherfucking happy drinking hot cocoa and shit. Pissing me the
Talking
fuck
about
off. And
fuck Thanksgiving, them presents. I ain't
exactly.
like no presents. So.
We broke up on Thanksgiving, y'all, and then
And see,
2
that's
weeks
What?
later
crazy.
was graduation. And I'm
Wait,
glad that I had
Yeah.
graduation for that success to like bring my
Why'd
joy
you
back.
break up on Thanksgiving?
Huh?
this
You don't
Why'd you
pick
break up on
times. You just
Thanksgiving?
Because he was getting my motherfucking nerves and he wasn't bringing the energy no more. And I had to get the fuck
But
out of
out
there.
of all days, you pick Thanksgiving to say
Thanksgiving?
ends.
Because we was
You
together
giving
that
thanks.
day, and I was just like, you know what, I can't deal with this shit no more. And I said, I'm done. And he was like, really? And I was like, do you want to work on this? And he was like, you know what, it is good. We I said, okay, fine, that's it. We done, right? We
So
done.
he was probably tapped out already
I
before that.
was ex
You
Bryan,
know,
tap the fuck out.
so this is what I'm gonna say to that, which brings me to my point. Because
Dwayne
my
is coming in.
friend, my friend had us, me and my friends, a group of males. We've never really been on that emotional side. Like we came together through band. Like that wasn't anything we ever thought about. Like we never had emotional conversations, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it took one of my friends breaking up with his girlfriend to come and talk to us, to open up a whole, like, we learned so much. Everybody